Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 147 for the week of July 3rd. I'm Alca7raz, and with me is Nemesis.
Independence Day is almost here. By the time you hear this, it will be here for the U.S.
Yes. Hope you kept all your fingers on.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep. Another episode for you. We're in bi-weekly mode, so we've got a ton of news. Holy crap, a lot of stuff has happened over the last 2 weeks, hasn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so let's
jump right in.
Like I said, we got a crap load of news. We got a comic to talk about. We're going to go over another old episode, because we're going to do that again. And we got a little bit of fan content, so let's get through this pile of news. If you'd like to follow along, you can find our show notes pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's LIBSYN. So go there, click the link, and let's get to this. In convention news, Nightmare Nights has announced Brenda Critchlow and Vincent Tong. BronyCon has a few announcements. The Season 5 poster, the one that had been slowly filling in over the course of that season, will actually be available for purchase there at the convention. They've also released the convention schedule, as well as announcing both an escape room game and the Asian delegates panel. So like the Japan PonyCon and stuff like that. They'll be talking about stuff over there. Lastly, Jason Thiessen will not be attending BronyCon this year due to work obligations.
Turns out movies are hard work.
Yes, they are. So unfortunately, he will not be there. And that's coming up the end of this week, I think, or next week.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. Brony Scott has announced they've secured a venue for their Rock Nessie concert, as well as announcing MC Arch. Ponyville Ciderfest has announced Ali Willa Milner, the voice of Ember.
Dragon Waifu.
Yes. You'll remember her.
Okay, don't run my joke in the ground.
Yeah, I think I'm done with that one. Anyway, San Diego Comic-Con has released its exhibitor list with the locations of all vendors associated with MLP, so they might have stuff, so now you know where to find them.
If you're actually going.
If you're actually going, yeah. It is San Diego Comic-Con. Also, Andrea Lemon has announced that she will be there, and Lauren Faust will be there for the She Made That panel.
Hosted by Nickelodeon, which she's never done a show for, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
But alright.
Yeah, I'm wondering about in Comic-Con, because almost every year they've had something to do with preview. It's like, I'm willing to bet they're going to have something for the second half of Season 6.
And probably the movie.
Probably not an animatic this time, because it's apparently coming up soon. Yeah, the movie. Then we might finally get our first trailer for the movie.
Possibly.
A teaser of some sort, because usually by now we're it's a little over a year out, so it's probably that. And you'll probably get something for Legend of Everfree. So those are the three big things they'd probably have something for, because waiting till next Comic-Con for the movie would be kind of dumb.
Yeah, we might see something about Guardians Harmony too.
Yeah, makes sense for that.
Into fandom news, and in some sad news, orchestra musician Melodic Pony has passed away from a stroke. Yeah, he was actually a fairly well-known name in the orchestral music. So, some pretty good stuff. So, he will be missed. In some brighter news, though, a couple episodes we talked about Joey O, the maker of Pony Meets World videos and stuff, and the fundraiser to help with his cancer treatments, because he has cancer. Well, the fundraiser was a success. All his hospital fees are covered. He's not in debt. And actually, I believe now he's done with his treatments.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, so what he was saying is by the beginning of this month, he should be done with his treatment, so hopefully things go good for him. Hopefully he doesn't come back. Hopefully he's all clear. There's been some progress on the real-life Sweetie Bot project. There's a new video showing the animation test for the eyes.
Now she can watch you.
Yes, and blink.
Or not.
Or not. She is a robot. She doesn't have to blink. But yes, so it's interesting to see that coming along. And it looks like we have another attempt at a fan-made pony kart racing game.
Yeah, because the last one shut down. What was it? I can't remember. It was a long time ago though now.
Yeah. It was, I think, just called Pony Kart. Yeah, Pony Kart. Yep. And this one's called Derpy's Great Krat Race. All spelled weird. So it's quite buggy at the moment. But yeah, there's a video showing what they have.
Cease and desist for everyone.
We'll see. Remember a while back that dragon mod for Civilization 5?
No.
Well, you don't, but I do. Well, the same person has now released a map of Equestria for Civ 5 as well.
Mm-hmm. Conquer Equestria. Do what Tyrek cannot.
Succeed where he failed.
Or Nightmare Moon. Or
any
Chrysalis.
villain you want to choose from.
Or Sunset.
It's like a running theme, isn't it? They all want
Not
to
so
take
much
over.
Starlight, sort of, maybe, kind of.
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of, in a sense. She wanted her philosophy to take over Equestria.
Yes. I mean, what else does a villain do?
Cause chaos.
True. Although that still sort of was taking over
Grab
all
crystals.
of Equestria. Well, no, because we saw that he did eventually start a war.
Well, that was
so-
in an alternate universe, but his first goal was crystals.
Just crystals. Moving on. A ponified Undertale clone is in development.
Gonna have a bad time.
That's the thing. See how that goes. Another game, a fan-made pony-themed murder mystery game for Android, is out. It's called Pinkamena. So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
it's a
Murder mystery.
and well, it's a bit dark.
Who done it?
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
Murders tend to be dark.
Well, this one looks like Pinkamena
I know.
looks like it's a bit darker than some murder mysteries. Apparently, Aloma Steele, the voice actor who did Luna's song in the recent Hearthwarming Eve episode, wants to collab with fandom musicians. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I wonder if she's legally allowed to do that.
That's
even.
my question. Is like, are you really allowed to do that? But yeah, apparently they're saying on Twitter. So we'll see if that turns into something.
A legal battle.
We might have a couple of those. Duo Cartoonist has a few teasers for some of their upcoming projects. Into merchandise news, and this is the biggest one. Holy crap, there's a lot. We now have a cover for the Starlight and the Secret Sweet book.
Sweet.
Sweet. Ha. 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 Another company has announced some 3D Pony wall lights. This time it's 3D Light FX. Looks like, again, only Twilight, Pinky, and Rainbow Dash are announced, though.
They're actually available for sale now.
Yes, they are. The other ones, I think, are still up and coming.
Yeah.
But these ones just popped up. Hey, you can get them.
$30 each.
How big are they? That'll
I
be
have
the question.
no idea.
Which, it's not too bad. I mean, it's licensed material.
Cordless, two AAA. Okay, if it uses AAA batteries, it's probably small.
Yeah. It's not too unreasonable.
Oh, here it is.
$30.
6 by 1 by 5 inches.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty small.
Yeah, so $30 for that.
$30 for that. So maybe a little bit much, but hey, if you want ponies,
Light up ponies.
light up ponies, yes. So we also got a small update on that officially licensed MLP role-playing game we talked about a while back. Apparently, the game is planned to release winter of this year. The cover for the game book is done by Amy Meberson, the comic
Mm-hmm.
artist. And there's a little bit of concept art dropped as well. We have yet another officially licensed pony mobile game now. This one's called Harmony Quest. It's available for iOS devices.
Mm-hmm.
However, there appears to be some possible art theft.
Oops.
Yeah, there's a little picture of Star Swirl the Bearded.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It uses a picture of a fan made in 2012.
Yeah, way
And it's
back.
not based on the picture of, we all released a design you've seen of Star Swirl in the show.
Yeah, it almost looks like a straight copy of
Some
the
minor
fan art.
detail
It's
changes.
like the line art is exact,
Yeah.
but some of the details are different. So it's like, yeah, they grabbed this one, which is like, who boy?
Probably thought it was official.
Possibly.
It
Still a
would not
problem.
surprise me if some intern went and Googled Star Swirl the Bearded and went, okay, that's the image, because it's like one of the first images that pops up on Google.
Yeah, it is. It's one
So
of
it
the
wouldn't
popular
surprise me. They
ones.
just went, okay, and just grabbed it thinking it was a show vector, and they just grabbed it thinking they could use it.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if that's what happened, but it's still kind of a mistake.
Anyway, the game itself is apparently just a go right thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing.
And it's free if you want half. If you want the remaining half of the game, you have to pay at least I think it's like $14, or unless you pay that's the discount for getting all of it, which is like 10. So it's like 10 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's $10 will get you the game. So it's not like it's a one-time fee if you buy it and boom, you're done. So it's not like it's microtransaction heavy or anything, which is good.
Yeah,
it's basically more or less shareware.
Basically, yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, you get a good chunk of the game for free, but if you want the whole thing, you got to pay.
Yeah. Yeah, with those ones, you had to go out and find it. These ones, you just pay in game.
Boop.
Some concept packaging for upcoming MLP toys has popped up recently, showing usage of both the new MLP movie logo as well as Guardians of Harmony on the same packaging.
Yes.
This might be indicative of something. It might not, but it's definitely interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Could
a number of things.
Yeah, could Guardians of Harmony be tied in with the movie?
It's possible. I mean,
it is possible, but it might not. We don't know.
It's like a couple years back, there's a Transformers Generations line, which was aimed at older collectors and whatnot. And there's also part of it was they kind of the subset of movie toys for the Generations line. So it's the same, might be the same sort of thing.
Yep.
Just a subset of Guardians of Harmony toys that are marked with movie.
Could be. That remains to be seen. The Cherry Berry Wave 17 blind bag figure has been spotted, and it's one of, or if maybe the last of the Chase figures.
Bees!
Yep, bees. She's wearing her bee costume. The Rarity Twilight, Applejack, and Pinky pop figures have popped up on Taobao.
Oh. They're actually called Design-a-Pony now, so...
Yep, but we still remember them as pop figures.
You just want to remember them so you can make a dumb joke.
Maybe a little. A bunch of images for the new Explore Equestria brushables have appeared on Amazon. There's a bunch, so I'm not going to list them. You can click the link and see them yourself. A new Wonderbolts Cloudsdale mini collection pack has appeared as a Target exclusive. It's a bunch of Wonderbolts and other Pegasi themed ones, including Dash and her, I believe, training outfit. Wonderbolts training outfit.
Mm-hmm.
The San Diego Comic-Con MLP exclusive for this year has been revealed, and it is a Fluttershy Discord set.
Yes. This is the Discord, and this is the same as the Guardians of Harmony one, just with a different face sculpt.
Yep. And you get Fluttershy.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And for extras, because it's an exclusive.
Yeah, because it's an exclusive. Speaking of Guardians of Harmony, the Discord Nightmare Moons and Celestia figures are now listed on Amazon and Entertainment Earth. The Discord figure, a bit interesting, showed up as in stock and then wasn't in stock, and apparently, as of this recording, is back in stock on Amazon. Not certain if it will stay that way by the end of recording, though.
Yeah, it's in stock right now, sold by Amazon, not a third-party seller.
Yep, so that one might be available by the time you hear this. It might not.
Might go in and out of availability over the next few days.
Yeah, keep an eye on all of them. The release dates, the in-stock dates, I should say, for some of the other ones do seem to be bouncing around. So
that's from a third-party seller, though.
Yeah. So keep an eye on those and grab them if you can, if you want.
Although I would not do it for the third-party seller. The third-party seller is kind of jacking the price up a little.
Just a wee bit, yeah. The Fall Formal Equestria Girls minis have been spotted in Italy.
Italy.
First
place, which is weird. Usually it's somewhere like Singapore or Philippines that get it first. Or the U.S. even.
But Italy.
Which means, though, that means they're showing up soon. So start checking your targets and stuff. Wave 2, that's the one with final.
Yep. The Fluttershy Equestria Girls mini cafeteria set, as well as a couple of the Nightmare Night Friendship is Magic collection sets are now available on Amazon. The Pinkie Pie Equestria Girls mini salon set has appeared at Toys R Us in Canada. And finally, last bit of merchandise news. Told you it was a lot. A new official soundtrack has popped up on Amazon titled Pinkie Pie's Party Playlist. Looks like it will be available July 15th. And yeah, this has got a bunch of songs, including...
No, really?
Yeah, I know. Semi-recent, but it's got a few of the ones from...
Season 5 and also from the Weird Al episode.
Yeah, the Weird Al
Apparently they got
episode.
through the license stuff on that one.
Yay!
But still no Celestia's Ballad.
Still no Celestia's Ballad, yeah. But this does have the stuff from Magic inside, so sweet. Into comic news. And I'm going to butcher this name. Edizioni BD has released the Italian editions of Friendship is Magic Volume 4, which is the Pirates series, and the third volume of Ponytails, which is actually our second volume. And Panini Comics has released the German edition of the Fiendship is Magic series. And the September IDW comic solicitations are out, so that means new comic synopses. Synopses. This time we have the main comic issue number 46. Its synopsis is: it's election season in Ponyville and Mayor Mare looks to have the race in the bag. But when Filthy Rich throws his hat into the ring, all bets are off.
An election issue.
An election issue. Well timed. Although it'd be interesting, Mayor Mare not being the mayor. What happened to her name?
Her name is Mare.
Her name is Mare.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Friends Forever number 32 is also listed, and this one's starring Daring Do and Fluttershy?
Yes. No dash for you.
Fluttershy. That is quite the interesting combination.
We say that a lot.
Well, yes. Some of them are quite interesting, and this one's really interesting. Fluttershy going on adventures? Isn't she too timid and shy for that? Anyway, it has a synopsis as well, and it follows. The shyest pony who's ever shied, Fluttershy, meets the most adventurous adventurer ever, Daring Do. When the two embark on a perilous journey together, it may be up to Fluttershy to teach Daring Do the meaning of bravery.
You what?
What? What is this? Is this like an alternate world issue or something like that? Anyway, that's going to be a comic issue. The official announcement for the Volume 7 paperback is also there, as well as the exclusive Fried Pies cover variant of issue number 44. That last one, Agnes Garbosa says there might be a slight change to it if it got to the printers in time.
Yeah, this one is a Wizard of Oz parody with Trixie and Sunset.
As a pony.
Sunset, yeah, first comic appearance as a pony on the cover.
On the cover, because
I suspect the final, that little change is the magic color because it's very blue when it should be green.
Yeah. So yes, you'll probably have to grab that one.
If I can find it.
You can probably find it online. Into Friendship is Magic news, our last section. We're finally getting near the end of the news. First half of Season 6 should be up on Netflix July 30th.
So you can catch up.
According to a tweet by Ashley Ball, songs for the upcoming movie are being recorded.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And speaking of the movie, apparently Liev Schreiber, however you pronounce that one, will be playing a villain, apparently, in the upcoming movie.
Well then.
Apparently they want to play a villain. And apparently we have a new logo for the movie as well, like we mentioned a little bit earlier. Yes.
The logo same as the old. It's just shinier with some different
shinier
purple instead
movie.
of pink.
And in the last bit of news, the hiatus might be shorter than we think. The synopses for Stranger Than Fanfiction and Cart Before the Ponies have been dropped in various locations.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one, Stranger Than Fanfiction, shows an air date of July 30th.
Oh.
Yeah. A
what was
lot
the point
sooner
of
than
hiatus then?
Yeah. Rather short hiatus. Oh. Anyway, the synopses for the episodes are as follows. Stranger Than Fanfiction. Rainbow Dash meets a pony at the Daring Do convention in Manhattan who hates Daring Do as much as she loves it.
Oh boy.
So yes, convention episode like we were expecting.
I suspect some of the fan base might hate it because it hits a little too close to home.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun. I've already seen a whole bunch. If you hate Daring Do, why would you go to a Daring Do convention?
Because I'm lonely.
Yeah, well then I look at a lot of the stuff that's happened at our conventions and go,
why are you here?
Why are you here if you hate this so much? In the other episode, Cart Before the Ponies, its synopsis is, The Cutie Mark Crusaders get the chance to race in the annual Applewood Derby. Their teammates, Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash, take over the competition.
Do you wonder how that's going to go?
Mm-hmm.
Also, we saw that way back when we saw those pictures of the track around Ponyville, and Applejack, and it looks like a mechanic's uniform.
So yeah,
I suspect this is it.
This is probably it. Oy, so yeah, that's the news. July 30th.
And then August 6th.
Yep.
Which was, for a while,
they were
both
both
for both of them. So I was like, are they going to have it 2 for 1? Okay.
Well, when I saw that,
no.
I was thinking maybe they just didn't have the release for the second one.
But maybe they're just going to, hey, like it's per back, so let's have 2 episodes.
Yeah. But nope. Looks like July 30th. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Less than a month.
Yes. Yay. So yeah, that's the news. Got through it all. That was quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a comic to talk about. Friends Forever number 30.
Yes, number 30.
Go ahead and talk about that one.
Yes, Friends Forever number 30. This is the Twilight and Cadance issue. It's written by Christina Rice and is art by Agnes Grabowska. Oh, and in it, Twilight goes to visit Cadance in the Crystal Empire, and they go out incognito into the marketplace and whatnot, and Cadance kind of starts feeling bad because she feels like she's not, I guess, valued as a princess. She's just seen as the pretty princess. So she kind of gets into a funk, and that's the issue.
Yep.
Well, for the most part, the art is well done, like usual. I think the story's pretty solid. Yeah, it kind of deals with it because, we as a fandom, we kind of like, oh yeah, Cadance is the 4th one, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the other princess. As even the cover shows, like the other princess.
The pink princess.
Yeah, we kind of, and of course it doesn't help that she's kind of always shoved off in the Crystal Empire. It was like, oh yeah, she just pops up when she's kind of tangentially necessary for the plot.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty nice thing of, okay, Cadance is the one having doubts, and it's weird because like usually when a lot of fan works, we see Twilight's the one who's always having doubts about this stuff. So it's like, okay, yeah, so it's an interesting one. I enjoyed it pretty thoroughly.
It was all right. I mean, yeah, I mostly enjoyed it, but yeah, definitely readable. That's pretty much what I have to say about it.
It's readable.
It's readable.
Alca7raz 2016.
11 out of 10. It's readable.
Yeah, I also just like it. There's weird little things about how merchandise stuff, which is like, including unofficial, unlicensed merchandise. It's just like,
Well, there's the official. Do we have official? No. Oh.
Exactly. But yeah, you
can't market it as official.
When there's not official, suddenly the unofficial market pops up. Interesting.
Hasbro knows that one well.
Yeah. Almost feels like meta commentary.
It probably is.
Also, I know it's a little tiny Spike figure.
We keep seeing little figures of them.
Yep. Yeah, just the princesses have toys, which makes sense. And there's one thing I noticed is Shining and Cadance coming a 2-pack. And there's a big pile of unsold Star Swirls on sale.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it would make sense in a world like this, princess toys would be a huge commodity for everyone.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh my God, how much bank was made off the recent coronation? I mean, think about it. That's a huge event.
That would be. It's probably why they have all the vendors.
Or the founding of the Crystal Empire, or oh my God, the birth of a new princess.
Oh, just look at the
You could just imagine Filthy Rich just rubbing his hooves like, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look at stuff like the royal wedding.
Yeah, that too.
Not in the show, the actual royal wedding.
I know.
All the fanfare around that. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very interesting story about Cadance, who probably does need a little bit more love. Yes.
Was that even on purpose?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I was halfway through the sentence and realized, what I was going to say. I was like, go for it.
Just go for it. Just do it.
Yeah, it's because, in the show, she's kind of, I mean, just like her and Celestia are both kind of like, we don't have a lot about them. Celestia's even worse in that case, but we still don't have a lot about Cadance other than she's the princess of love. Okay.
Yep. She's the pink one.
So it was an interesting little thing. I liked it a lot. I say it's worth picking up.
Well, I mean, you're only paying $4 for it. Yeah, go get it.
Well, that sounded dismissive.
It was a little. Like I said, it was a nice read, but I don't see myself coming back to this one a lot. But it wasn't bad. It was worth the money.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. That's the comic. So back to me. We do have another one. Like I said earlier, we went back and watched another old episode because we do that
Sometimes.
we catch up on the ones that we haven't done before in the past. So yeah, this week we decided to go back and watch Cutie Mark Chronicles. Only back to season 1.
Oh, no.
I guess we can do a quick synopsis to remind people since it's old. Tree sap.
Tree sap.
Yes, tree sap. Starts out with tree sap, then backstory on Cutie Marks
we'll
for
never
the main
get our
six.
cutie marks. Oh, wait. Let's go ask the main 6
And then they tell the stories.
of how they got their cutie marks done.
Yep, that's it. This one,
It's written by Emmy Larson.
yes, it's M.A. Larson.
I think it was his first one.
I don't know.
I think
if
it was
this
his first one. I got to double check, but I'm pretty sure. You got to keep talking. I'm going to check that.
So yeah, you check that while I keep talking. So yeah, it was a bit interesting. Season 1. So CMC episodes back then were kind of worrisome because they were all kind of oh boy
Bleh.
CMC episodes. But yeah, this one was a CMC episode that wasn't really a CMC episode because they were just the vehicle for the main 6's stories. But I actually still enjoy this one.
Yeah.
It was really cool that we got, backstory, and we got to see Philly main 6's and how they got their cutie marks, and it was just really cool because we got backstory. That, and it was absolutely adorable because we got to see the Philly main 6's.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was so many things that came out of this one. On tree sap and pine needles.
Okay, it wasn't his first one.
It was not his first one.
Swarm of the Century was.
Swarm of the Century. That's another good one. They're all good ones mostly.
Mm.
But yeah, it was backstory. It was wonderful. And
Yeah.
we got some cool stuff like
Our first real big bit of backstory.
Yeah, and it's so many fun phrases that we pulled out of this.
Surprisingly covered in tree.
And surprisingly covered in tree sap. Dumb rock and
Yeah, dumb rock.
yeah. And we had the rain boom, which is the second time we've heard mentions of it because Sonic Rain Boom came before this one.
A little bit of continuity because she said she hadn't been done since she was a kid.
Yes. She
There
was
it
the
is.
only
There
one to
she
do
is
it.
doing
She
it as a
hasn't done it
kid.
since she was a little filly, and now we get to see that.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, and well, as all schools, we end up seeing this seasons later. We come back to the same exact point,
Yeah.
which was really kind of cool. So yeah, this is where a lot of it started. This is literally where it all started for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still a good episode.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's also weird going back to it because it's particularly CMC, their voices are so different.
Yeah.
You can hear it, like Sweetie Belle is noticeably, it's a kid because they were recording these like 2000 or late 2009, early 2010 probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, remember that was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Over 6 years ago, and so they were way younger. They're like all three of them are like in their mid-teens or something like that now. And so they're like 10, 11, something like that when this was recorded.
Yep. You can definitely go back and
You
hear
can
the
hear it.
differences.
I mean, they're still the same voice. You can tell, but it's like, wow, that's noticeably Sweetie Belle's was squeaky.
Squeaky bell.
Yeah, noticeably more so. And also it was weird because Tabitha was like more. The way she talked it's still rarity, but it's different. I can't remember if it was like this for episodes in the season 1, but it's noticeably different from what we have now in like season 5 and 6 and whatnot.
It was. I think, still slowly getting into character and stuff like that, feeling out the characters and stuff. Because this was season 1.
Well, this is also after Dog and Pony Show, which is where we saw Rarity going full Rarity for the first time.
Although, just because it came out in that order doesn't mean they were recorded in that order.
But it's just kind of interesting. I'm wondering if it's just because she was just barely there for that episode. She just kind of, I don't know, it might have been just one of those, just an off day for her or something.
It could be, that too. But yeah, there was
Because we have
definitely
those.
a
I
difference.
remember, what was it? Season 5. Yeah, I think it was season 5 where Fluttershy had a weird line reading. Yeah, it's Andrea Lemon did a weird line for Fluttershy. Just sounded so off.
Yeah. I think
It's just every once in a while, all of them I think have had a dud delivery. It happens.
to everyone.
Sometimes just, you're sick. Well, not much you can do about it except just power through it.
It could happen.
No.
Hey, this was season 1.
Cutting you off right now. I'm sandbagging you. No.
Of all the bags, that's probably the better one. It was...
It's also weird because it's, the story itself, the main story of, we got to talk about, that's kind of barely there versus, we got 6 different little stories.
Yep.
So this is also a different episode in that, it's 6 loosely connected stories.
That end up not being as loose as they might be.
Yeah. Well, it's still kind of
Yeah.
loosely connected because they're just connected by one central thing, but it's still it's because before and even since then we haven't had stories that are like have that sort of thing in this show. It's mostly all just one big plot for the whole thing.
Yeah. And this one was a bunch of little ones.
Mm. It's also interesting kind of hearing some of the VAs trying to emulate their, I guess, younger versions of the characters they play
Yeah.
to varying degrees of success.
Varying degrees.
It mostly just, I'm wondering if sometimes it's just they literally just artificially pitch through in the post, or if they, or that's what I'm wondering is, do they tell a VA to try to be higher pitch, or they just artificially pitch it in post?
I think some of it may have been a little bit of both, because usually if you pitch change it, you can hear when it's artificially changed, depending on how it goes. But yeah.
Those are our little weird little now, continuity inconsistencies that have been introduced in the time since. Like Rarity, or the whole unicorn magic doesn't happen without a reason. That was a weird line. I think this was back when they weren't sure how this whole magic thing was working, and they still don't sometimes, obviously. But she just gets dragged along by her horn because, shut up.
Maybe she was just embellishing the story.
Possibly.
We'll just
It
play it
wouldn't
off
surprise
as
me
that.
if Rarity did embellish, and also wouldn't surprise me if Dash embellished too.
Yeah, well, she has a lot of corroboration with that.
I know, but
so
it wouldn't surprise me if there's the general thing is right, but there's some details which may be a little exaggerated.
there wasn't actually
Like
many
that dive and the min snap up from the ground.
Well, it resulted in the rain boom anyway,
know.
so that part doesn't really matter.
Matters to me. I want the truth.
She did a sonic rain boom.
Yeah. There was some of the Pie family, of course, because Maud's just not there.
Maud's just not there because why?
Because she didn't exist yet.
Maybe
And
she
then they
was off to
retconned her
school.
in because there was that one framed photo of her in season 4 where she was there at Pinky's first party. So it's like, oops. And I also see Marble's not shy and Limestone is not angry.
Maybe they didn't develop those personalities.
Yeah,
till later.
obviously the power. It was just interesting seeing some of this old stuff.
Maybe Pinky's party brought it out of them.
She broke her family.
She broke. Well, looked like that. It sure looked that way. Sitting there. At first, I thought I was going to have a witch burning.
I also remember Fluttershy's the really lanky, which kind of came back with Zephyr way later.
Yes.
With him being really tall and lanky. And she was tall and lanky, and then she kind of, I guess, grew into herself.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and she also had her irises were unusually large, even for a filly. The irises.
Yeah, that's been a common thing. That Fluttershy's filly form was different than the others.
Yeah, just her iris. The iris, like, whoa.
Tall, lanky, and apparently she's
this was
older.
the first time we saw Manhattan.
Yes, Manhattan.
At least
The
that
oranges.
I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw Statue of Liberty or whatever that had. Probably Statue of Harmony in this universe.
Maybe.
That would make sense. That's the only thing I can think of. Get from what? The French?
The French.
Yep.
Prance.
Yeah, and of course, once again, oh, look, here's Applejack's childhood. No Apple Bloom, no parents. Wait.
Wait.
And oh boy, then I remember when the rise of that theory about Apple Bloom. You remember? She's actually Applejack's daughter. And then the various variations of that.
Yeah.
And of course, my favorite part, Twilight.
Of course.
Because like your favorite part is Dash, so shut up.
Yeah. It's great. Because she's central to the whole story.
But I just like the Twilight one just because, well, Twilight's kind of a dork.
Yeah,
Even
she's
as a
being
kid.
adorkable.
Although, yeah, it's because it's weird because also she's straining so hard until she's not. She's very much suddenly not.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good old theory of she's a kid who doesn't know how to actually use magic properly, so she's just doing it wrong, making it more difficult for herself.
She's overthinking it.
Well, not necessarily overthinking, just doing a complicated method or just an inefficient method, which makes it so she has to strain so hard to just make a little tiny spark that just barely lifts the page.
Yep.
And then also, I'm sorry for wasting your time. It's like, oh no.
Aww.
Hug her now.
I'll leave that up to you.
And then, oh god, turn her parents into
exploding.
plants.
She's exploding.
That was what was funny. I just like the sheer amount of relief that Nightlight had after going back to normal. It's like, oh god, what was it like being a cactus?
Oh no, not again. Bullet petunias.
And also, this is another thing that's been retconned since then. I have never seen a pony with your amount of raw magical potential or something like that.
Yeah,
it's been retconned. There was that other one, the yellow and red one.
Yeah.
Who, by all timelines, should be somewhere in that school at this point.
Yeah.
By all accounts, unless there was some bizarre timeline shenanigans, which is possible considering since then the things have gone more convoluted, but that's for another topic for another time. There's also interesting, I'm like, in the beginning, because the CMC, they had their zip line. Where did they get the rope and the hooks and all that stuff? Where did they get this stuff?
Well, I would assume rope would be fairly easy to get for like Apple Bloom.
Yeah, but the zip line stuff.
As far as I don't know.
How did they get it all the way up to that tree and hooked up and everything, and then no one noticed what they were doing?
They were in the forest.
I guess Applejack was just too busy counting down varmints.
Yes, because she was trying to chase those rabbits.
Yes.
So
who then gave her a raspberry after her story? I guess they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Rabbits are terrible. Yeah. That's the theme of this episode, Sappy.
Sappy. Including tree.
See, they set the tone from the beginning. This episode was weird because there's that point where it's like the big old hug at the end and Scootaloo going, no! And
hard cut.
Yeah, and in an episode not made now, that would have been the end right there.
Yes.
Instead, we got this little thing where it's like Twilight writing the letter, because at the time, we had to have Twilight writing the letter.
Yes, every episode. So yeah, that was kind of a hard cut, switch to Twilight, kind of awkward.
Because at the time, Twilight had to be in every episode, regardless.
She was earlier.
I like, but...
She was in there, but you also had to have the letter.
You had to have a letter at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of shoved in there. The other one, it was kind of funny that I kind of enjoyed. There was a lot of sappiness, not literal tree sappy, but there was that. But other sappy, but they lampshaded it a lot too. It's like, Larson was very aware that this was overly sappy and made fun of it at the same time, and it was great.
He also did, this is a song too in there, which
apparently
Larson does not like. He thinks it's terrible because he wrote it.
Yes, he wrote the song and he hates it.
Because it was the first attempt at doing music lyrics, I think.
I think it was.
Yeah, I remember him saying something along those lines of like, this is his first time trying to do song lyrics, and he feels like it's awful. So why he's like, I was legitimately surprised when people say they like that song. He's like, why? No, stop that! You stop that right now.
That's like the CMC theme.
Oh god, the CMC theme. Yep. Yeah.
Apparently that was tossed in last 5 minutes or something like that.
Like, we need something. Okay,
whip something up through it, and he hates it, and it caught on. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
This was also the Pinky and that was how Equestria was made.
What?
Did you lose track of what you were doing?
Yeah.
The CMC are just like...
I love Scootaloo's face. It's that, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
kind of face at the end.
So then the question is, okay, so that's the story. So she tells about the Cutie Mark. Does this mean, that of course has been the long running joke, is that when she tells you about how she got her Cutie Mark, she's actually going to tell you how Equestria was made. Which I'm guessing would be the Hearthwarming Eve story.
Possibly.
Probably, unless it's a completely different story. It's like, and that's how I learned to ride a bike.
What?
Pinky! Stop it!
Pinky!
Also, this is also the establishment of Twilight apparently really gets into storytelling.
Yes. And that came back.
Yes.
Yeah, she acts out what's happening in her stories.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, this was...
I was not doing my Pinky impression.
Yes, you were. No, I wasn't. You're doing your Pinky impression again. But yeah, this was... It was a good episode, and I think it still holds up over time.
There's some shots I just like. It's like, oh, there's Fluttershy's being knocked off the cloud by Dash, who didn't care at that point, apparently, which is weird because she was defending Fluttershy's honor, and she didn't care that she just knocked Fluttershy. Okay.
I don't think they noticed.
Exactly, she didn't care.
There's a difference.
And I just like the shot when a Spike just shot through the roof when Twilight made it grow, and then Celestia just looks up like, oh, that's new.
Yeah.
And also weirdness of, oh, look, there's at this point it was like background pony number 7, but Lyra, adult Lyra, next to
Lyra
Philly,
and,
Twilight,
and Minuet.
yeah, it's like,
How old does that make her?
Yeah, it's just one of those. This was back when it was just, well, we just need ponies in the background, throw them in.
Yep.
Before it was Lyra heartstrings,
Before it was Lyra heartstrings and Colgate,
Minuet, and all that stuff.
We also saw Cheerly as a filly.
Yeah, as a kid with Rarity's story.
Yeah.
So apparently she was in the same class as Rarity.
Yay.
Which doesn't tell us anything about age.
No.
Other than, again, the main 6 are somewhere in the neighborhood of the same age, although I think people use this as a supporting idea that Fluttershy might be the oldest of them.
Yeah, that's the running thing.
Of course, which would be, it makes sense if, she's oldest and she's stuck in the same class as Dash. It makes sense if she was a terrible flying, because, well, she'd probably be held back if she was terrible.
Yeah.
Or she started late or something.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Because she's noticeably larger just in height.
Yeah, because the only age thing we have is...
I'm a year older than you.
Yeah, and that's Fluttershy and Pinkie.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Fluttershy is a year older than Pinkie, but that's all we really know.
Well, apparently Applejack at this point in time was younger than the CMC are now, or were at the time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, it's just kind of funny because a couple episodes before, she's telling Apple Bloom that I got we got a Cutie Mark late. It's like, okay.
Applejack got her Cutie Mark late, but it was still earlier than the CMC.
And I guess technically way earlier than Fluttershy then too. If Fluttershy is like the oldest or something, I guess the rest are somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know. I think at one point it was kind of assumed like they were really young, but then it's kind of been cleared up. It's like they're probably around the 9 to 12-year-old range.
Yeah.
Or at least seemingly so. And then that's where the CMC are. And Applejack might just be one of the youngest.
Might be. We
don't know yet. We don't really know because they are so hell-bent on not doing any sort of hard aging, which sometimes has bitten them in the butt lately. Yeah. Or any hard timeline stuff, I should say.
Yeah.
Which has bitten them butt because, oh crap, we just contradicted ourselves. Oops. Which at the time in season 1, that wasn't really a big deal.
There was no continuity to contradict.
Yeah, there's less than 30 episodes. Now we got almost 150 of them, and there's a lot to accidentally contradict.
Yeah.
But yeah, this episode is still fun. And
it is. It holds up over time.
CMC episode, but it was one of the better ones because it wasn't really about the CMC.
It wasn't. It had just enough of the CMC to make us still like them.
Yeah. They had their fans, as misguided as they were.
Misguided. Scootaloo's still the best.
The CMC, sure, whatever. I don't care. Oh, it's sweet.
So yeah, that's our episode review of an old episode that you've already watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what we usually do, just usually more recent.
Yeah, usually there's not years between them. So yeah, we do have some fan content to go over. I've picked out 2 songs that came out recently to go over. The first one is Walls by Flack.
I feel that I've lost it all again. These walls, I can feel them closing in. The world, take this pain away from me. I have seen
It's a nice, somewhat bouncy song, and it's got some pretty good glitchy vocals. I haven't actually heard a huge amount of this style glitchy vocals in a while, so it's nice to see them come back and be done fairly well. Flack, it looks to be a newcomer on the scene as well, so good start, I would say.
Yeah, I also like the vocal effect. I noticed that pretty quick on. There's also right in the middle is a little cool little false ending right there. I kind of like that. Wait, it's already over? Like, no, it's not.
Yep. False endings are kind of a gotta do it right.
Yeah. I think this one did it right.
Yeah, I think this one did pretty well.
And I also like the bass line of this one a lot.
Yep.
It's a pretty good. It's a nice bass line. I like it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a good one.
Yeah. And yes, as been mentioned by a lot of other people, it is a bit reminiscent of old school Glaze Wooden Toaster Works.
It's that song.
Yeah, his older works, a lot of them. So it does play off of that. So, but he still does his own thing. He's not just copying Glaze. Anyway, that's the first one. The next one I have is I'm Here by Neverlast Standing. This is an upbeat and uplifting song. It's got that really uplifting, upbeat melody to it. And it's sort of another example of that calm but energetic style. Not quite as much, though. It's more energetic than calm. But yeah, it's just really good. It's nice. It's bouncy. It flows well. It's got sort of, I said it's uplifting, but I also want to kind of say it has like this encouraging kind of emotion to it, which kind of fits in with the title, I'm Here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. This is kind of sort of like a chiptune-ish song with the kind of video game sounds, of course.
I wouldn't qualify it as chiptune.
I didn't say chiptune. I said
but
sort of.
It does have that.
It's hard to describe that video game chiptune, beep, boop, beep, boop. Very electronic. And yeah, so it's the sort of song that I think in my head would play over at the end of a 16-bit game. It's a song you'd be playing. It's like, yeah, you see the little character doing this little victory lap and all that stuff. Yeah, that sort of thing. So that's what on my mind associated with it immediately. This
one's a bit interesting. It's off of an album, a tribute album to another musician that has passed recently. King Mars died of a heart attack back in March 25th. So yeah, this album, all proceeds go to help the family. So go check that out. But yeah, that is the songs I have for this week. So, do you have any fan fiction?
No new ones.
No, you don't.
Because I knew this was going to be a long episode. I knew.
Yeah.
So I decided not to bother. But I do have 3 updates. Number 1, Perspective updated with a new chapter. That's some further developments. I'm trying to remember what they were because it's been a while since I read this because this was updated a while ago.
I haven't got to it yet. I'm still trying to catch up on the story.
Right. Oh, right. They had to go to the pie farm and look at a rock. There's more to it than that, but
I would hope so.
But that's the basic of it. Firebird Dahlia, that got 3 new chapters and finished.
Yes, it did.
And it was nice.
Yes.
It was very good. Yeah, this was the Sunset is Spitfire sister again, so.
Yeah, I thought the ending was slightly anticlimactic, but not that bad.
Just like real life. And Long Road to Friendship got a new chapter and completed again. Yeah, it was completed.
It was complete
so this is a very small, short chapter. Basically, its whole purpose is a tease for the sequel, which is coming in September.
Yay!
Which has a Moon Dancer in it who's not anything like the canon Moon Dancer.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
It will be.
And that's it. That's the fanfics.
Yep. That's it. That's all the fan content. That's all we have to discuss. That is the end of the episode.
Coming down under the wire.
Yes, it is. So, if you liked what you heard and you would like to listen to more, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's Libsyn. You can also find us on iTunes. Search for Pony411. Go subscribe to us there. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the Android or iOS mobile apps. Search for us, Pony411. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Listen to all our stuff there. Go like, subscribe, and comment on our videos. We also air on Ponyville FM Tuesdays when we have an episode, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then. We're also listed on the Ponyville Live site. Whenever our YouTube updates, that site will update as well. So check us out there. If you would like to contact us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. Send us comments, criticisms, new things that have come out that you want us to talk about, or anything like that, or just say hi. You can do that as well. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like us there. Whenever we post new stuff or new episodes, it'll show up there. We're also on Twitter, @pony411. So go follow us, tweet us, listen to us tweet, or post little bits of news that have shown up in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also Find us on our personal accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Mm-hmm.
So go follow us and see us tweet or not tweet, whatever we are doing.
Something to do Independence Day.
Yes,
It's big and dumb.
it is.
If you enjoyed the first, you'll probably enjoy this.
Yeah. Unless
And
you're looking for
I'll be
a new
honest,
story.
if you look at the plot in any sort of scrutiny, it will fall apart.
Don't
immediately.
look at the story.
It's stupid.
But there's big explosions and stuff like that. So
And
if that's what
aliens.
you want. Yeah, aliens.
If you like the first one, there you go.
That brings us to the end. Hope you tune in next time.
2 weeks from now.
Yes, we'll figure something out to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, though, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.